All right, Dave, back over to you.
All right, I hope that was helpful. Before we get into some questions, I just wanted to bring up the Dropbox link. I'm not sure whether people had a chance to access that, but I just wanted to bring this up and just show what's in here. The first is an audio of Bob Proctor. He does like a 22-minute abundance meditation, so that's there if anybody wants to see that. The second audio is Og Mandino scroll number 2. The third file is all 10 scrolls. It's about an hour-long audio. And then you have 2 PDFs, one for scroll number 2, one for all the scrolls. And then there is a text file in there, which has some of these links that we're using today. And then of course, the last one is the image from the presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my share and just invite people to share their experiences. I know for me, I went through the, rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10 on each of the 10 scrolls again, and I identified 1 or 2 more that I'm going to start to listen to on a regular basis. So any other thoughts on today's call? Anybody? Left you speechless?
I thought it was great, David. I just hope that Cindy doesn't start to hold us to your standards, because you do a fantastic presentation.
Thank you, Benita. I appreciate that.
No, everybody does a great job training here. And yeah, David's trainings are fantastic, but Benita's trainings are fantastic as well. And David does it in his style, and Benita does it in her style, and Kathleen, everybody does it in their own style. And that's what makes us such a strong community. So don't try to be more like David, try to be more like yourself. Yeah, but great training, David.
Thank you.
Yes, it was. I totally agree with that, because I learned so many different things from different people, and it's good to get such a variety. It was great to go back to the scrolls. Bonnie and I have read the whole book, the whole year. And, it had an impact, but it's so good to get back and do that review. And I really like the idea of rating ourselves. I will do that eventually. Yes.
I think Lynn had something to say, David. Lynn, did you have something to say? Lynn Brown? I don't know. I thought you might have unmuted yourself because you wanted to say something.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, I can mute you again. No, I just thought I want to make sure you could speak up if you wanted to. No problem. Who else has a comment?
Go ahead, Marsha.
I have a comment.
Yep, Marsha.
It energized me so much listening to him that I called one of my chicken lists, and I had an agreement to receive a video. So I'm happy.
Yeah, it's so good.
Awesome. That's great. Perfect.
You know, one of the things that I have downloaded the book onto my Kindle, and part of my morning reading every morning is I take one scroll and I read that scroll every morning for 30 days. And then the next time I'll take the other scroll for 30 days. Mm-hmm. And so eventually throughout the year, you've gone through all the scrolls, but it's in your mind because every day I've read it for 30 days.
Yeah, certainly reading. And then for me, I have difficulty sitting and reading. So if you give me the audio, I can plug these things into my ears and I can go for a walk. Or if I'm driving, I'm constantly listening to one of these scrolls. And it does say in the first scroll to, as Marsha said, take the first scroll, listen to it for 30 days, and then move on to the next one. If I do the math on that, then I may not get to the ones that I think I really need until later in the year. And that's just too slow for me. So I'm trying to not overload myself, but at the same time, when I hear a scroll or a statement in a scroll that makes me kind of recoil and twinge a little bit, I'm like, okay, I need to focus in that area because there's a big gap there in my mindset that needs to hear that as much as possible and start to believe the phrase or believe the sentence. So thank you. Other comments?
David, I love this training and I know that it's true. And I mean, Bo did a training a while back about, what emotion you're putting out. And sometimes you have to carve out this emotion so you have room for a better emotion, emotion that serves you better. And then we talked about putting colors to those emotions and then picturing what your colors look like. And I know it's true because we went to a convention. And you know how you feel after a convention, you're just all lit up, right? And so we left that convention and we're on an airplane and we're just all lit up. And by no accident, Bo was seated next to a gentleman and I was seated next to his wife. And before we got off that plane, we were best friends. And that turned out to be our biggest leg in Australia. And so that was, you start just magnifying things into your environment that are just so mystical, magical, wonderful that you just can't explain it and you can't make that stuff up, but it's true. It's a law of the universe. So I love what your scroll teaching is all about because it puts us in that vibration that we just know we're going to suck in incredible things into our lives. It's just so fun.
David?
Absolutely. Yes.
Hey, David, that was an awesome training. And
Thank you.
45 years ago, I got introduced to the greatest salesman in the world. And that thing changed that 19-year-old's life. And still today, those same principles have affected my family. It's affected my business life. It's affected my religious life in every area. So that has been awesome. And the training I did yesterday, I was actually reading from The Greatest Secret in the World, which is a sequel from The Greatest Salesman in the World, where they actually have you record. That's where you did your 10 points. You actually have you record it on a day-to-day basis for 45 weeks, and it is phenomenal. So that was an awesome training. I totally 1000% believe in what you did, and you did a masterful job. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, there's the sequel right there. That's the next book we'll have to dig into. Thanks for that reference. The Greatest Secret in the World. Okay. Thank you. Other comments? We're at the end of the bottom of the hour, but bottom of the half hour, I should say. Anybody else before we call today and get on with our Friday and I guess rest up for tomorrow, Saturday, with the big mastermind event? If you haven't got your teams there already, there's still 24 hours to promote. And as David Silverman says, you've got to become a great promoter of events, and you see it in him all the time. So, if we mirror him just a little bit and get our teams there, I'm sure that'll benefit us.
David, one or two comments. One is that if you attend events alone, you're going to learn a lot. But if you attend events with prospects and teammates, you will earn a lot. So just remember that. And number two is that if you're having a gathering where everybody's going to watch the event together, make sure every single person registers for the event, because our goal is to have 3,000 people register for this event. And we're almost there. So if everybody puts a push on today and everybody does a little bit, that's what network marketing is all about. A lot of people doing a little bit, then we're gonna blow out that number of 3,000, and that was our goal. So let's run through the tape and make that number happen. So thanks for everybody's help.
All right, thanks everybody. Let's go out and make it a great day.
Thanks, David.
Thanks everyone.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Safe trip, Cindy, to Las Vegas.
Yes.
Bon voyage.
I'm so excited. It's going to be great.